Hi, I'm Jules from Chartier Legal, and today I'm going to talk to you about choosing a solicitor. Now, if you need brain surgery, you wouldn't go to a skin specialist, and the same applies to lawyers. There are many lawyers in Perth and around the world who all do different types of work. So let's talk about how do you choose a lawyer. What I would suggest you do is ask your accountant or family or friends if they can recommend someone, and then look in the local newspaper or look on Google or find someone or phone the local law society or your local small business center. Now, what I suggest you do is, before you make an appointment to see that particular lawyer, look at their website and see whether or not there's a picture of them and whether or not you think they do the kind of work you do. For example, if you've got a matrimonial lawyer, you don't want to go and see a litigation lawyer. Before you go and see a lawyer, what you need to do is make a list of all the issues you want to discuss with your lawyer. I would suggest you prepare a statement if you've got pictures. If you're involved in a car accident and you want to claim personal injuries, take pictures of all your injuries, so when you go to the lawyer, you can talk to them and explain the situation to them. That is before you've seen the lawyer. So do your research and do your due diligence in choosing a lawyer before you go and see them. One of the things I do is I work from home. I've had over 30 years experience, and I know how to make people feel at ease. Different people do work differently, so it's up to you to decide. So when you get to the lawyer, you need to ask questions like this. Do you have experience in this matter? Have you done this kind of work before? How long is it going to take? What are your fees going to be? Now, one thing I must mention to you, if your matter is going to cost more than $1,400, in terms of our professional conduct rules, we have to give you what is called a costs agreement, giving you an estimate of what the costs are going to be for your matter. So, if a lawyer doesn't do that, you need to look at the website of the Legal Practice Board and see what your rights and obligations are. At Chartier Legal, we mainly do one-off matters like contracts or settlements or business settlements, or give one-off advice. So we charge an hourly rate and normally give you an estimate of what your fees are. So just to summarize, be prepared before you go to a lawyer, because if you arrive at a lawyer and you're all over the place, you're going to pay more fees because the lawyer is going to have to extract information from you. Whereas if you go with all your records and you are meticulous and you can tell them what your story is, it's easier. For example, if someone's selling a property, you should have the name of the seller, the buyer, the property, and the purchase price, and from that, a settlement agent or a solicitor should be prepared or able to prepare a contract. One other consideration I'd like to say is, in the property settlement industry, and also generally when it comes to lawyers, remember, cheap can be dear, and you can get someone who will do something or some particular work for $100 or $200. Consider if you were doing that work, whether or not you would charge that fee, or whether or not your service is worth more than the $100 or $200. So what I'm saying, what I suggest you do is have a look with the internet. It makes life a lot easier for you to inspect and see what the person or the party is all about, whether they specialize in your matter, and whether they're conveniently situated, will they consult with you after hours, how long will the matter take. If you've got any queries, I can assist you. Anyway, send me an email, look at my website, and I can guide you. Finally, if you have a difficulty finding a lawyer, go to the West Australian Law Society and they'll refer you to someone local in your area. Because if you live in Willetton or Canning Vale or Joondalup, you don't want to go to someone on the other end of town.